What's going on, everybody? Coach Sana here to react to the highlights of Rashee Rice, second round pick of the Kansas City Chiefs. Um, I'm really excited to check out this guy's highlights. I don't really know too much about him, but a lot of Chiefs fans have been really excited about this pick, so I want to see what he can bring to the defending Super Bowl champs. What I do want to say before getting into these highlight reactions is that really grateful for the reaction to the Deuce Vaughn video that I had uploaded a few weeks ago. I'm really appreciative to all of you who left positive comments, and that's the aim of this channel, is to provide even a little bit of insight. Now, I'm the first one to tell you I didn't make it to the collegiate level to play. I coached a few college players but didn't actually play myself, and so I come before you humbly, knowing that I'm not like the greatest technician that has all the experience in the world to be able to tell you the ins and outs of everything, but I'm just here to share the insight that I have, which I hope is valuable to you in some sense and gains you a little bit of information as to what's going on beyond what you can see on TV. So I want to just break down Rashee Rice's highlights from SMU. Shout out to Just Bombs Production for this video. As always, they always do such a great job. Let's get into it. (6'2", 203). I saw somewhere where they listed him as 6'1", but Just Bombs has him listed as 6'2". Let's check this out. That looked like a curl. That might have been a back shoulder. Not entirely sure. It didn't look like he pushed off either. You let him know. You know, a lot of coaches will kind of stifle players from antics, they would say, or celebrating, but I think it's important for players to be able to celebrate the good things that they do. And so I always promote, be yourself without being unsportsmanlike. You know, show off your personality without having it cost us as a group. Go up. Yeah, you know, I think one thing that has been missing as an element for the Kansas City offense is a 50-50 guy. I can't really think of a 50-50 guy on the perimeter for this team. They've never had like a true X, go up and get it, DeAndre Hopkins, AJ Brown type guy that just goes up and gets a 50-50 ball. And Rashee Rice looks, at least from these last two plays, as he can be that guy, which I think unlocks a lot for a guy like Patrick Mahomes, because they say the stereotype for an offense, what you ideally want is you want a vertical speed guy as your Z receiver. You want your X receiver to be a big physical 50-50 guy, and then your slot is your guy that's your shifty in between the numbers, maybe smaller in stature guy or bigger in stature but slower, who's able to maneuver and run really solid routes. So he unlocks that element of that offense. I think Sky Moore can be that more speedy guy, and he can be that over the top 50-50 guy. And then you have Travis Kelce, who makes up for that lack of a slot receiver, but they do have Kadarius Toney. So I'm interested to see how they use Rashee Rice. But based on these first two plays, just seeing him be able to go up, get the ball contested, boom, a guy draped all over him. And having coached, I'm an offensive line guy, right? So I'm not one that's so well versed on all of the technicalities of receivers, but one thing about receivers is you try your best using repetitions to teach them how to track the ball. Vertical routes, just throwing it up in the air, having contested catches. But there are some guys that just got it, and then there are guys who never really developed that vertical skill, no matter how fast they may be, no matter how shifty they may be. Even if they run a great route, if you can't track the ball, sometimes that's not natural to you, and it will never be something that you can acquire as a skill. But it looks like he's able to track the ball. I want to see how he's able to track the ball down the field. Look at that. Boom, able to track the ball. Wow. He's strong too. Look at that. Boom. Yeah, I like this guy already. Another tough catch to make. Ooh, a little shaky on the hands. You see how the ball coming in just kind of moved a little bit in his hands. You want a little bit more firm hands, but he'll probably tell you the same thing on that play too. That's being nitpicky. There you go. Great catch. And you're not seeing him run crazy routes that look like a corner route. You're seeing him run verticals, you're seeing him run curls, but that's the standard for guys that play outside. That's what they run. Look at that ability to track the ball. And even if you watch in the league, I would say 30 to 20% of corners, maybe even less, have good ball tracking skills. But receivers who have great ball tracking skills really do exploit that. Case in point is, remember when I think A.J. Brown was going against Trent McDuffie, and he got past the first level defender, which was the corner, and then the safety came over top, and they were both trying to get to the ball, but AJ Brown just kind of went behind him because he has ball tracking skills. DeAndre Hopkins has those as well. A guy like Amari Cooper can track the ball pretty well as well, and Justin Jefferson does that well too. Look at that. You just know where the ball is. You have a feel for it. There you go. That's a comeback. That's him playing a little bit in the slot. They're going to motion him over. He's really strong. Honestly, watching him play, and looking at the size that they listed him as, it's really hard to believe why he didn't have a first round grade. Now, obviously, I'm a highlight reaction channel. I don't look at the all 22 like he might be a terrible blocker, and that was what just kind of took everybody and said, oh, he's not going to be on our board. But he looks like a first round talent, honestly. Look at that burst. He's good, and I think he's going to be good at the next level. I am really, really excited to see how Kansas City uses this guy and how Andy Reid decides to turn this guy loose. He's good. He's really good. And I don't really know if there's a comp for him, really, because kind of like AJ Brown, but AJ Brown's a little more stout, a little bigger. He's kind of like DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins is thinner. Same thing with Justin Jefferson. And like, there was moments there where he kind of looked like Deebo Samuel, where they had him catching the ball from the slot, catching a jet sweep, maneuvering and being able to break tackles when he ran a deep route. It might have been like a deep post, skinny post, but he's strong, great ball tracking skills, the ability to run routes on the outside, because the outside really has limited routes. They run slants, they run comebacks, they run curls, they run posts, they run verts, and a dig maybe, but that's pretty much it. They don't have a very big route tree because it's not necessary. And with Andy Reid knowing that he has a guy like this who he can move and shift and mismatch with the defense, it's going to be really hard to deal with this guy. And I'm really nervous because the NFL should be nervous. Rashee Rice, keep doing your thing. Kansas City, you guys got, in my opinion, a steal. I like it. Thanks, y'all. Peace.